What's up? Welcome back to the vlog. In this episode, we're going to be going over a session in chronological order. This is 1-2 No Limit Holdem. This is from a few years ago, and I probably am going to continue the session after. In the next video, I'm going to have a continuation to this one so we can get the whole session reviewed. But before we get started, I just wanted to say that these are uncertain times, and the only thing that's really certain is I think I need to be staying in my house, and probably all of you are doing the same thing. In Michigan, we just got the order today that the governor wants us to stay home until the end of the month, and she's further restricted things we can buy and stuff like that. It's pretty concerning. This stuff is just changing day to day, but one good thing that came out of it is the wife and I and the dog have been walking a lot, which I certainly need the exercise because I've been eating like just 14 meals a day and 10 million calories, and I'm probably I'm gonna get really fat if this doesn't stop and we can go back to normal soon. Just today, in fact, I'm trying to force myself to stop eating, so we'll see how that goes. I did get an opportunity to fly the drone, and this is one of the trails that we walk on, and it's really pretty relaxing. I haven't flown the drone in quite a while, so just thought I'd give you a little shot of that real quick. I hope all of you are doing well and you're managing, and I hope everyone gets through this situation in the best way possible. So anyways, that being said, let's get into this video right now. We're playing some 1-2 No Limit Holdem, and this is literally the first hand sit down to. Still have the code on, actually, and we're in the cutoff. We have $400, and we get dealt a Queen Jack offsuit.
Raise it to 10 to call.
So we raise it up to $10, first in, and everyone folds. In this hand, we're in the cutoff, $376. And we get dealt Queen Jack offsuit again. I think this is one round later from the last hand. And the table's kind of nitty, passive. So there's two limpers, and we bump it up to $15.
15.
And the big blind calls for 15. Both the other players fold. The big blind is short stacked. We're going heads up to the flop. Flop comes King 8-5 with two clubs. Big blind checks.
22.
And place a bet for $22. And the big blind folds. It's only the second hand, but I think our opponents are already starting to get a little suspicious here. I promise this isn't going to be Queen Jack. Under the gun, 391. Ace King of Diamonds. This is an upgrade from Queen Jack. So we raise it up to $12.
$12, guys. Now it's $30.
And under the gun won 3 bets to 30. And there's no reason to think this guy is ever out of line here. He probably has a premium hand.
I think it's like a half a week of work. Yeah.
My turn?
It's a couple days ago. I was on Tuesday. Coming back over.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 9.
Middle position announces raise. And he 4 bets to $80. What in the world is going on here? We raised 2 hands and we're getting 4 bet with Ace King under the gun. Decides to make the fold. I turned the camera off, but I did take note of what happened after. Under the gun 1, 5 bet jams for 220 effective. And middle position pretty much snap calls. All in, pre-flop. And they go to the flop, heads up. The flop comes Queen 9-10, turn 4, River King. And under the gun 1 rolls over aces. And middle position says, nope. I have pocket 10, sir. I'll take that pot. In this hand, we're under the gun, $376, and we get dealt King Queen offsuit.
12.
Raise it up to 12.
It's 12.
12. Okay, my turn? No.
Middle position calls 12, and middle position covers. And we're off to the flop, heads up, and it comes 5-2-2. This is a fantastic flop because it's likely that our opponent has absolutely nothing. So we start out with a bet, $17, and the dude folds right away. In the hijack, $383. And we look at a couple of jacks, some fish hooks.
Nope.
And the action folds to us. And we're going to open up with a raise, 12 bucks. And the cutoff calls 12. Small blind and big blind call to 12.
4 players.
4-way flop, 10 deuce deuce with 2 clubs.
Check. Check.
And the action checks to us. We're going to start out with a bet here. Place a bet for 35. And one by one, everyone folds and pick it up.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Oh, yeah, I can see how well you've been taking care of that. Yeah, right.
In this hand, we are under the gun, $413, and we get dealt 9-10 of diamonds. And we're going to start with the raise here. So we bump it up to $12.
Raised 12.
And under the gun 1 makes the call for 12.
I have an Android. My daughter wanted a new phone. She wanted an iPhone. I said, I don't even have an iPhone, Mommy. She says, that's your fault, Daddy. I said, okay, you're not getting a new phone then. How about that? Your turn, Lizzie.
Let me tell you, my son,
Everyone else folds, and we are heads up to the flop.
iPhones aren't worth it.
2 players heads up.
They're really
The
not.
flop comes 9-5 deuce, all hearts, monotone. And we're definitely going to start out with a bet here.
I think I'm going to be
17.
So we place a bet for $17. And under the gun 1 does make the call pretty quickly for 17.
20.
No, I mean, I said 17.
17, okay.
Yeah. I know. Well, that's what he gets for charging.
So we are off to the turn, heads up. Turn comes the Queen of Hearts, and considering our exact hand, I think it's time to start bluffing. So it shouldn't take much. If this guy doesn't have a heart, he's going to fold. So decide to bet 35. And he does deliberate for a little while.
35. You're headed for something.
Ultimately makes the fold.
No, I just would rather have
At the age, good check.
In this hand, we are in the small blind. We have $425. And we get dealt pocket sevens. That's pretty fitting. Hand number 7 is pocket sevens. It was a coincidence, too. Anyways, middle position limps.
Nobody wants it. Maybe they'll just let them go.
The hijack limps.
Our key free agent.
And we decide to cut a raise. Bump it up to $15.
Key free agents, well, and it just rubbing salt in the wound.
And big blind cold calls 15. Middle position calls 15.
Probably going to be 5 or 6.
And hijack, you know he's going to call. And he does just that. He calls 15 and closes. So we're off to the flop 4 ways. And the flop comes ace 5-6 with a couple of hearts. We are up first. We really don't want to place a bet on this board. So we make the check. And the big blind checks as well.
50.
Middle position announces his bet, and he does sound pretty confident. Hijack makes the fold, and we're just going to be check folding here as well. And after the hand's over, middle position does show us ace-king offsuit, so we made a good fold there. Don't forget to stop at my website, DetroitPoker.net. I offer poker coaching for students that are having a hard time beating 1-2 and 1-3, one-on-one, to help you develop your own thought process. I also have merchandise available. Don't forget to check out some of my other content if you're just stumbling on this channel. Lots of good stuff. Take a look at those. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, wash your hands, all that. Peace.